Guys, what is going on? In today's video, I'm going to tell you the top 3 lead sources every realtor is using. Number 1 is going to be Zillow. Here's what I like about Zillow and here's what I don't like about Zillow. What I like about Zillow is you can get a live connection. Typically, it's a buyer who's ready to go out and who wants to look at a house. Here's what I don't like about Zillow, and I think most agents make a mistake on, is it is extremely expensive and not very profitable. So I looked at it in my area, and what I noticed is your average cost of a lead was around $1,000. And when I talk to most agents around the country, what they tell me is they convert on an average of about 10% of their Zillow leads. So let's think about it. If you really did the math, let's say you spend $1,000 for one lead, it's going to cost you $10,000 to get one sale, depending on how good those leads are and how good you are on the phone. And I know they have Zillow Flex and all that, which I've heard Zillow is doing a pullback on as the market shifts, but it is a good source, but you got to be really diligent with those leads. You got to hop right on them, but you got to watch your numbers because you got to be profitable in the real estate business. But that is one of the top sources that agents use. Let me know in the comments below if you guys use Zillow, but other than that, you gotta make sure it's profitable. Number 2 is going to be sphere of influence. Every agent, most top agents that have been in the business for a long time have a great sphere of influence, and you can easily build this up. I'm gonna give you a tip. Start doing some short form video on TikTok and Instagram Reels, and just give out a few tips here and there on real estate. Keep it very short. You know, people's attention spans are so short nowadays, and it's going to be only about a 15 to 20 second video. Don't be scared to shoot the video anywhere. But here's what's going to happen. You're not going to turn into Charlie D'Amelio and get 100 million followers. But what can happen is your sphere is going to start seeing you post video. It's going to remind them that you're out there doing the business. You're on video doing things that most agents aren't doing, and they're just seeing you consistently. Also hold a few client events every year. What this does is you invite the people to the party, they come out, they have a good time. Hopefully they don't show, because then you don't have to pay for their drink and their food and all that. But anyways, invite them to a party, and here's what: you're not being annoying, just calling and being like, hey, do you have any real estate related questions? Like if one of my friends called and asked that, I'd be like, no, dude, like what's up? I don't, but I'll let you know if I do in the future. But if they called and said, hey, I'm having a party here at the local bar, come on down, just a short happy hour, I'd love to have you. I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll come on by. And then what they do is you come by, they have a little drink with you, you just talk real estate. So that's how I really work my sphere. And I typically do 40 to 50 deals from my sphere a year. You can check out my Instagram at ChrisColgan team, where I also post some of this short form video, and you can get some good tips. Just copy what I've been doing. Number 3 is going to be Google pay-per-click. The pay-per-click game really changed over the last couple years. It wasn't profitable because these leads, you have to work them for several months. But here's what I've learned. You got to have an expert that knows what they're doing. The platform that I use is called Brivity. They run my website, but they also run my pay-per-click. They have a deal with Google who knows what's going on. So for $1,000 a month and $10 a lead, I get 100 leads a month. Now what happens is these are not going to convert like a Zillow lead or a sign call, but what ends up happening is I start to get a ton of leads coming in my pipeline. I work them diligently, and some of the research that they've done over at Brivity, and where I think most agents make a mistake, is you have to on average talk to these people 12 times before they ever purchase a house. So some of these leads are going to be long-term follow-up. So if that's something that you want to do, definitely get a site like Brivity, do some pay-per-click, but just make sure that you make those calls every week. You follow up with these people. You get a system in place where you do it to do. You follow up. You learn a script like the LP Mama script, which I'll go over in another video. I'll also link it below, or you can download it for free from me. But doing pay-per-click can definitely work. Do not do it on your own though. Find an expert who knows how to get the leads cheap. They can find the good search terms. But like I said, you've got to call these people on average 10 to 15 times before you make a sale. Because guess what? Yeah, they're searching, your town homes for sale, but they're also ending up on other websites. And depending on how good those other realtors are, which most aren't, at calling those people, then you kind of lose them. So you want to be the one that's constantly in front of them. But those are the top top 3 lead sources that most agents are using in today's market. Definitely subscribe to my channel.